Tips for the best Verensics user experience. When do I use Verensics in my process? We recommend you use the Verensics tool as early as possible in your process. That assures you will collect the most meaningful information with minimum time and effort. Use this information to have a more efficient and focused job interview. What types of interviews does Verensics offer? We offer 3 types of interviews: pre-employment, insider threat programs and code of conduct, workplace investigative interviews. What is the Verensics interview all about? Our online interview is a smart questionnaire powered by AI to mimic a face-to-face interview with an industrial psychologist, or in some cases, a corporate investigator. We gather the most reliable information about a person's past criminal activity and habits, regardless of whether the activity was ever reported for prosecution. A common mistake: considering Verensics as a test or assessment. By definition, tests and assessments measure knowledge, skills, or capability, and they provide a score that reflects the element measured. The Verensics report does not include scores. The information presented on the report allows you to get to know the character of the person you are interviewing, and if they share the same level of ethics that you and your organization have, in the most professional, unbiased, and time-efficient way. Experiencing the interview. If you and your team would like to experience the interview, please keep these tips in mind. Each of our interviews is designed and planned from an algorithmic, logical, and scientific perspective to reflect the specific stage and situation of the person being interviewed. Pre-employment interviews are designed for candidates only. Insider threat and code of conduct interviews are designed for current employees. Workplace investigative interviews are designed for employees who are part of an investigation. Misusing the tool triggers some elements of the analytics, which negatively affects the report findings, your user experience, and introduces inaccurate data into your company's statistics. If you wish to try it out, our demo platform is the best place for you and your team to experience and get familiar with our software. Organizational setup and metrics. To successfully measure trends and metrics, we recommend you make sure your organization's information is set up correctly. Make sure you enter all relevant data, like hiring decisions. These practices will help you track ROI. Understanding reports and following up on findings. Our interviews cover a variety of topics, which are heavily researched and found to be the most counterproductive workplace behaviors. Some topics will be more meaningful to you than others. We recommend you focus on findings important to you. The most meaningful finding is an admission of past criminal behavior or habits. Whether there are many findings or none, these help you understand a person's true character. Admissions are where you need to spend the most of your time interviewing. Usually, you can treat findings in the green and yellow as good to know. They don't always require follow-up unless a specific question piques your interest. A good path for general follow-up is asking questions like, how was the interview? Do you think the answers you provided reflect you well? Diving into a specific question, you can simply reframe the question. For example, you mentioned on your interview that you were fired for hitting a coworker. Can you tell me more about that? Consistency score. Presents how often a person contradicted themselves during the interview. Green is very consistent, yellow is somewhat consistent, red is inconsistent. For help or more information, contact us anytime at support@verensics.com.